When you tear your hamstring, you don't really want to rush back into those things. I talked to some other guys who have had a similar injury before, and they're like, just take your time with it, because if you rush it and it happens again, that recovery just lasts. Then it's potentially season-ending. So, didn't want to force that one, and this week it just felt really good, and today felt better than yesterday. So, excited to go out there and hang out with my friends.
Did you feel it on that first series, the first touch on your touchdown catch, but tried to battle through it?
No, I don't know. It was play 26 and maybe play 26 or 25, something like that. I just felt like a rubber band snapped in my hamstring. I was like, it's gonna go to the locker room after that one.
Was that the last play? Like you're running the deep route?
Yeah,
on the sideline.
Was it a full tear?
Yeah, full tear. It was very fun. No, that sucked. But hey, here I am now with a lot of football left to play.
What's been your observation of why the running game hasn't clicked the way it normally does in the 49ers?
Let's see. I would say a couple things. One, I think that the D-lines that we've been facing and the defense coordinators that we've been facing are pretty good. Like, I think Seattle has an incredible D-line. I think a lot of teams we're playing have had better D-lines than I think preseason schedules had, told people. And I still think that, we're just kind of trying to find our rhythm again. Whether it's, new tight ends are playing with, offensive tackles they haven't played with before. We have a young guy on the inside, this communication stuff. Like, I think it's an overall group thing. Like, some plays, there's some guys that are messing up. Other plays, there's other guys that are messing up. Sometimes they just have a better play call than we do. And so I think it's everybody. It's offensive line, tight ends, running backs, fullbacks, wide receivers, coaching, calling plays. So I think we just got to continue to work on it and fine-tune it and find out what is best for this team in 2025.
It seems like the offense has moved the ball well for the most part. Some red zone issues, maybe not as many explosive plays. Like, do you feel like you can, I'm not saying the missing piece, but like, do you feel like you can be the thing that helps push this offense into that kind of next level?
I'm going to try my best to shove everybody as hard as I possibly can. Whether it's with my energy or hopefully really good playing ability, that'd be my dream. But just try to bring the juice and, add it, because I'm really excited to play with Kendrick Bourne again. And I think I'm really excited for whenever Ricky gets back, because I think us three will have some of the most fun together that you'll see on a football field, just with our vibes. And so whatever it is, I don't think our offense hasn't 100% figured it out yet, but we're 4-2. Mac Jones is playing a hell of a football. Our wide receivers are stepping up when they need to step up. Our guys are making plays when they need to step up. I know last week we lost, but overall, I think the team's playing well, and I don't think we've really found out, who exactly we are yet. Besides gritty, and we like to hit people, which I can work with that.
Speaking of Mac, what have been your impressions of watching Mac? You didn't have much experience with him through camp, right? Because he would be 2 and you
no. My first observation of Mac, besides staring at him right now, I think he's absolutely hilarious. I think he has the personality of a tight end. He's just kind of funny, goes with the flow, and you can tell that he loves football. You look good, Mac. Shirtless currently right now. Actually, my favorite thing about Mac is when we do walkthrough, he doesn't use any of his body but his arm to throw a football. He just stands square and launches it, and then in practice he steps into it. So he's just a goofball, and I really appreciate that. But then when you see him he's taking the reps or he's in a game, how locked in and dialed he is, it's just really cool to see. And seeing him in meetings, and when Coach Shanahan's installing a play and he tells Mac, hey, you're going to look at this, and then you're going to move to this triangle, and based on how this safety reacts, this is where the ball's going. And seeing him, listen to him, write it down, and then continue to move on. You can just see he's really excited for his opportunity to play here, and he's going to do his best with it. So it's just kind of fun to see that.
You said you were going to be. You mentioned how excited you were to get back into some game time action.
I might have. I don't know. You missed it. You were talking to Trent.
Well, do me a favor and reiterate if that's the case. But my question is actually, being that Fred went down and you guys also lost Bosa, was there an extra itch to get back out there and help your team after losing 2 cornerstones on the defense?
I have been so very excited to play football since last season ended, and being only able to play 26 snaps has been very difficult for me. I've been trying my best to get back as fast as I can without being an idiot and rushing it. So the itch, I would say, has been there. Losing Bosa is heartbreaking because I love sharing the field with him, and I love sharing the locker room with him. But the nice thing is he's back this week, so being able to hang out with him has been really fun. And then I know. I've heard all the guys say things about Fred, and they're all accurate. Fred's a fantastic football player. He's the best leader I've been around. And so losing someone like that is very difficult. But I will say it was fun to see all the young guys that were playing after Fred got hurt, and was it a punch in the gut? Yeah, 100% it was watching it, but like that defense was still flying around and they were still hitting people. So there's a lot of opportunity out there for a lot of guys. I think Fred's pretty irreplaceable, but it's not really a choice in the NFL. You just got to continue to move on. But yes, I'm very excited to play, and I'm very excited to bring juice for this team.
Speaking of bringing juice.
Holy shnikes, Vern, I didn't see you down there.
I'm back.
Yes, you are. I should say that.
Speaking of bringing the juice, will you be the one delivering the fire and brimstone to the team before the game?
Who knows, maybe. If I'm up for it, I'm going to hopefully try to spread that around so it's not just one person speaking over and over again. But we'll spread it out. I might make Purdy get in there at some point. That'll be kind of funny. Who knows? I'd love to hear a Mac Jones pump-up speech. That'd be pretty good. I mean, I think it's going to be a group effort. I think when you have someone like Fred who can, fantastically inspiring the troops, I think that's a fantastic thing. But it's also an opportunity for 53 other guys in the locker room, to speak up, share their voice. And the cool thing about football is you can learn something, from Trent Williams. I can learn something from C.J. West, a rookie. And as long as you keep your ears open, you listen to them, you can learn something really cool.
George, what is 2025 Kendrick Bourne like versus the Kendrick Bourne you knew?
More responsible. Yeah, in all aspects, just more responsible. Still a complete goofball who loves life and loves football, just more responsible and married.
Is this season kind of the epitome of a typical NFL season? You have what you think is going to be a plan going in, and it gets altered because of injuries, and you're probably an example of that as well. You just have to kind of roll with it, but isn't that kind of what happens every year in the NFL?
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, there's some teams that just get brutally hit with injuries, and at the end of the day, outside of your locker room, nobody really gives a shit. Excuse my language. When they go back and watch the tape in 2 years when you're game planning for somebody, it doesn't really say in an asterisk, hey, they're down five of their top 10, highest paid players. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say, hey, someone's playing with a stinger. There's no asterisks or anything like that. It's just all right, what is this team going to go out there and do? And so your expectations go out there and we're going to fight. We're going to hit people in the face. And regardless of who's out there and who's not out there, the Niners are going to try to play to the standard that we've set.
Thanks, George.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, George.
We'll be going to Friday SmackDown in San Jose.
You're the third person to ask me that, and I want to so badly. Who knows? Probably not, though. Probably not. Maybe, though. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I would love to. I love that place.